stop wasting seeds and weekends. Timing grows gardens. In this video, you'll master the single skill that changes everything: when to start. I'll show you how to find your garden zone, read last and first frost dates, and turn seed packets into a simple schedule. You'll know exactly which crops to start indoors, which to sow straight outside, and how to plan them with an easy 3-phase timeline. Master timing today so your tomatoes, greens, and flowers thrive all season. Understanding your garden's clock, zones, and frost dates. Let us begin with the garden zone. A garden zone is a guide that tells you how cold your winters get. In the United States, these are USDA plant hardiness zones. The country is mapped into numbered zones. Zone 4, colder winters. Zone 9, much milder winters. Each zone equals a 10-degree Fahrenheit difference in average lowest winter temperature. This info is powerful for gardeners, helps you choose plants that will survive and that will thrive, especially perennials. Finding your zone is easy. Click a result, type your zip, and instantly get your zone number. Example: Chicago, Zone 6A. Cold winters, shorter season. Next, the frost date. There are two you must know: the average last spring frost date and the average first fall frost date. The last spring frost date is the average day in spring when freezing temperatures stop. After this date, most warm season plants can safely go outdoors. The first fall frost is the average day in autumn when the first killing frost arrives, ending the season for tender plants. The span between them is your growing season. They are your starting and finishing lines. Seed packets reference these dates. Sow indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date. So if your last frost is May 15th, count back 8 weeks to mid-March to start your tomato seeds. This method works in cold zone 5 or mild zone 8 because it's tailored to local weather, making gardening predictable and successful. Seed packets usually say something like start seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. This is the key to timing. If your last frost is April 15th, count backward. Tomatoes, mid to late February. Broccoli, early March. Lettuce, mid-March. The Great Divide, starting indoors versus sowing outside. Once you know your frost dates, you will notice seed packets suggest one of two methods: starting seeds indoors or sowing directly in the garden soil. Starting seeds indoors is giving certain plants a head start. We do this for crops that need a long time to grow and produce fruit, like tomatoes, peppers, eggplants. If we waited to plant these outside after the last frost, the season would be too short for them to produce a harvest. You create a controlled, warm environment where tender plants can germinate while outside is still too cold. This gives them a crucial 6 to 8 week head start. When frost danger has passed and soil has warmed, transplant these healthy seedlings into the garden. On the other hand, some plants do not like to be started indoors. Their roots are sensitive and don't like being disturbed. These are plants we sow directly into the garden soil. Direct sowing. Crops like carrots, radishes, parsnips. Other direct sow candidates include beans, peas, corn, squash. The seed packet will almost always guide you. Sow directly in the garden after all danger of frost has passed. The first phase is for your early season seeds. These are the long-haul crops that need the most time to mature. Start these indoors about 6 to 8 weeks before your average last spring frost date. This group almost always includes tomatoes, peppers, eggplants. You will sow them in small pots or trays. Keep them warm and moist, and give them plenty of light. The second phase is for your mid-season seeds. Start these seeds indoors about 4 to 6 weeks before your last spring frost. This category often includes cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, basil. The final group is your late season or direct sow seeds. Tender seedlings like squash and cucumbers grow very fast and only need a 2 to 3 week head start indoors. The second type is all your direct sow crops, the beans, corn, carrots, and radishes, planted directly once the soil has warmed and frost has passed. A garden teaches patience. Understanding your zone and your frost dates turns gardening from guesswork into a steady, reliable rhythm. If you found this helpful, give the video a like, subscribe, and become part of the growing gardening family. Your garden journey starts with one small seed and the right timing.